Alrighty, hello everyone out there in Nassau Cements in Atlanta. Huge do space and all the stuff related to that point. You know what I mean? If you're my follower, if you've been with me for a while, you know how my story unveils down the road. And by the way, I'm Al. I'm still is, and I'm pretty just good right now, and not just sugarcoating something or just I'm trying to always keep directly to keep directly to the point, and in today's video shoot I'll be rambling. I'll be rambling as I regularly do. So fear me. If you don't, then you're pretty just bold, or and maybe you're just so brave that you don't even just be fearful about what's gonna be going on for tonight. I say regarding my current mood in which I'm making this pretty nice video shoot up today of tonight. I say, and if you are uh, brave and good enough to follow that, and just let's get on track of today's video shoot, and all this stuff is prepared, and all this neatly organized, and all the stuff that sits around my place right now is Connie khaki real recorder, a real tape recorder, and all the stuff of furniture that I put that here are not particular for the purpose of rambling about those items of mine, but for those ones to live happily in my corner of my cozy room that I'm happy resident of. And guys, I don't fucking know what a pitch for particular for tonight, and going nothing and going about nothing that might be related to some random subject that is sitting beside me or just around me wherever. I haven't prepared anything in advance, as I don't do and a whole bunch of issues here that I made in a whole while or within the whole longevity of my channel, the YouTube space, and I'm pretty happy owner of my own name. Or you know, say it's pretty like not almost like or literally like a trademark dive into free English, and I call it myself. I'm being proud of what I do, and keeping my American good and advancing it little by little nearing that fluency point that I want to reach. And I will probably I'm already there, but all I have to polish and polish and pack it neatly, have those pieces polished. I have to put them back on their places, and they would live there for a whole while. And that's how how my American story of tonight, how it goes, how it's always been in my life. I don't remember myself outside of my English, and nowadays like more leaning to American side. I'd say that I don't like British version, but my soul tends to lean to that American side. Once I hear American voices, it's just on CNN, on Bloomberg channel, and elsewhere else, I'm all just good, and that's the part of my life. I've never been all of that, as I reported you, and I hope I never will. Hope I won't, as Jack taught me, not saying like won't, or Jared taught me won't, and Jack taught me won't. I use both versions of saying will not, and depend on my current mood, and depend on my just whatever wanting to speak longer or less longer. And let's just check how my video shoot up tonight. How long will it be? And speaking about nothing, pretty just extra theme that I put on the cake with my icing of my top layer of my pie of American English, and the top layer, at top of the top layer, I put that icing in the shape of my wherever wanting to say something some weird way, probably with weird attitudes, weird accents, and that's how I developed my American fluency, and I always develop that way. That works. I checked. I highly recommend you doing the same, probably if you want to learn in advance and you just don't want to waste your time with bullshitting, and you want to follow things that should be followed. That probably the point that I want to reverse your way of learning has been something not relevant to the in that regard, that will not lead you to the point that where I want to be. If you want to be that point, just keep to the track of today's video shoot, and you'll be clear how am I doing things that I'm doing, and why am I doing those ones in the first place. I forgot what I meant. What I was gonna say. Reflect. What was that? Yeah, and I tell you what. Actually, I don't remember now what that was. I was talking around the point on American and Jack and Jared and both versions, and yeah, I wanted to say that I invented some word they do not say that way in United States of America, and that word doesn't exist, excuse me, at all, and that word being fleege. And I was cooking something, I was making coffee, and I was just thinking on something, some word came into my mind that it was fleege. So I tell you what, the fleege word doesn't exist. But I checked it. I put it in the searcher window machine or Macmillan Dictionary.com. I put that there like FEELDGE, fleege, yeah, and it says nothing. And one it tries to give you hints of how it would be correctly that word related to what you typed there, and the first variant was near to what I typed in there. That was the correct word, fledge, and I learned the word fledge. Inventing some existing word by inventing some existing word, fleege. Maybe even that one exists. Excuse me. I have to check it later, or maybe they will invent something following my ideas as I put them on the universe. Like mentally, I put them out there on the universe to let them marinate there. Maybe they'll come up with something like fleege later. But for now, what we have fledge. And what it means, fledge means in verb form. It only is used like only in the usage of verb form. I checked, and that means to fledge means to develop feathers when a baby bird flags. When a baby bird flags, it develops feathers that allows it to fly. Or another way, when a baby bird when a baby bird develops feathers, it's called to fledge. It fledges. It develops feathers with which it can fly. Literally, I explained I don't know, from some two different angles. If you've been so attentive that you got everything what I said, then good for you. That you're just probably good learner or good. Just you do that, whoever you are. I'm good with having you in my life, and with getting you following my random stuff tonight. If it's been something good for your native probably American ear or your British ear, then you're allowed to give me a slightest feedback in the comment section below. You're all allowed to do what you want with your opinions, regards, and attitudes. Do that seamlessly. Don't even hesitate, not even a little. I hope you you didn't fear me and my video shoot up tonight, and if so, then it's more even good, and I go to sleep well and happy with having that in my mind. Be good, never give up. Always be ahead of whatever. Always be ahead of always be ahead of what you're gonna be doing and of what you want to do, and you'll be there with that attitude. Only way that works. And if you don't believe me, then check it on your own. I've been there a lot of times. I stumbled forward, and what I want to see, I said it. Yes, be good, never give up. I'll be with you on it as soon as I release something good and meaningful. Why I stumble on my should have been. No can do. My American needs to be just replenished a little with my sleep and rest and all this stuff. I wanna rest, but I wanna rest in an American way, following some footages, getting some other flows of Native American speech on my mind, letting them flow there and marinate there and be just whatever cooking in there in my mind, and everything's gonna be intertwined in a good way, in the way that it should be. If you keep their idea in mind, then you'll be good anyway. I promise you will. I'll be good with you on it as well. As soon as I appear on my mind. And once again, with having those video shoots done, or some other instance which you're gonna be definitely following. If you're attentive viewer of mine, then you will. So be good, just never give up, and thanks for being for this particular instance of tonight for the purpose of practicing my American. I practice my American. I don't know what you're practicing. If you're practicing your American, then good for you twice or the third time, third time. For the third time or whatever time in my video shoot up tonight. Be good. I hope it's been rambling, this harsh ramblings that is right here on my channel right now, and I'm proud of making those ones. Be good. I'll be really honored. Bye. Thanks again for being with me tonight. Be good.